I'm going to be available to whatever experience comes. That is a way to lower anxiety. Because a lot of what anxiety comes from is expectations. It's about predicting. It's about having things go a certain way. I am in the camp of over-predicting. And not really over-predicting. It works to my advantage in lots of ways, but hurts me in other ways. And I want to talk about this because it's just fresh off Bible study and thinking about sort of the things that we talked about, but also the stuff I talked about my therapist about today, which was about being available to whatever experience comes. Because I do get caught up in expecting things to go a certain way. I don't know if you've ever experienced that. And then when it doesn't go that way, the amount of disappointment that happens and how heavy things become. And the thing that you kind of have to learn, or you don't have to learn it, but what helps is if you just let things go. You let go with the flow and you just surrender to it. That's what I'm learning about spirituality. It's sort of like an extra gear, a gear you shift into where you just kind of let things go. Now, you can be secular about it and not really be about spirituality. But if you can shift into that sort of, I'm present, I'm here, I'm not having any expectation, it doesn't have to be even anything God-related. But for me, I'm finding that the more I can shift into this mode of the season I'm in with Jesus, God, and spirituality, the easier my life will become. Because the reality is, why do anything in the first place, right? Well, first of all, we do it because it's pleasurable, right? We do it because it benefits us somehow. But I think even more important than that, it's not just about, because pleasurable, it'd be good for you, right? That's great. But like, for what period of time, right? We're talking about 30 seconds. We're talking about 30 years. And I think that a lot of what we have to look at, or a lot of what I look at, is what's going to help me for the next 30 years? Or better yet, what's going to help me for the next forever? And that's kind of what I'm learning with this whole spirituality stuff. But if you've found a way to sort of get there without getting there, tell me about it. I know there are people out there who are smarter than me, who are more calm than me, that can do it without God or do it without spirituality. I don't think I'm one of those people. Maybe I will become one of those people, because I really feel like I can hold two ideas in my head at the same time, though it's not always easy. Two opposing ideas. I hold two ideas in my head at the same time because I'm looking for probability, right? Bet on black or bet on 00. But I think what spirituality is about betting on none of it, right? Walking away from the table. No loss. I also want to talk about flexibility, because when I was reading the Bible today with the Bible study group, a lot of it was kind of like heavy or hard to understand. Like I was like really working hard to process it, because if you read it almost literally, I mean, it's too much. Like it doesn't make sense. In lots of ways, it's kind of unfair. But I guess that's the whole point of having your own belief system. And that's the thing, I guess that's the other thing that I heard too today, was that, being Christian, being Catholic, believing in God is not really a religion. It's a relationship. And the truth is, everyone that I was in the Bible study group, each of those people in there, each of those men in that room, have their own relationship with God, and as do I. It is unique. And the more that I look at it like that, the stronger my faith becomes, because it's incredibly personal. Let me know your thoughts.